Yep. All right.
Let's go.
Let's get some Dark Souls time.
Exciting.
Had to take some time off, but now we're back.
That's right.
Oh, man.
That's right.
That's right. Many decisions. I have to make some decisions this episode, Trevor. And
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Because there's a teeny bit that I could do in the Smoldering Lake area, but also I'm just so fucking sick of Smoldering Lake.
Smoldering Lake, we've been there a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that.
No, I think I'm just. So the thing that's there, we can go find Night Slayer Soreg as an NPC. Also, there's a I remembered in the basilisk room. No, it's in the room with all the rats.
Okay.
There's an illusory wall we can knock down and get to a chest, and then you knock down the next illusory wall, and behind that is the Isolith staff, which I don't even remember if it's actually any good, but
It's lore specific.
yeah, but it's not that interesting if I remember correctly. Like I don't recall.
I mean, I'll be real. I don't think you have to put yourself through the Smoldering Lake just for that.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. But let's say hi to the people. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the best of all possible souls. It's me, Dia. I'm here with Derby, and we're joined by our fabulous co-host, Trevor Strunk.
Hi everyone. Hi Dia. Hi Derby.
So Trev,
It's great to be back.
Did the Phillies bring it in tonight, or like what happened? What was?
They're still playing right now,
Oh,
but they brought it tonight. They are currently leading, and it was Atlanta's best pitcher against Philadelphia's probably third best pitcher, and that third best pitcher held the Braves to 1 run. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let's.
Still got to get through a couple more innings, but they are playing pretty well.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, I saw when I messaged you about, like, you know, I was like, oh, let's see, I haven't heard from Trav about tonight. Let's message Trav. And I was like, oh god, it's the bottom of the. Why is my controller still doing this? Why are we doing this? Microsoft Xbox.
Oh no. I thought we for sure were like.
I
this.
haven't had this problem. Like, I've been trying it out and like playing a bunch of other things with it, and like it's been fine. And now
it hates you playing non-current FromSoft games.
Okay, there we go. Seem to be.
Okay.
Let's just, you know what? If we have more wild adventures, then we have more wild adventures. That's just what happens.
That's how it goes.
Sometimes things get wild here, and our controller drops out, and we just get murdered in the middle of a pack of. Was it
what
the
killed
rats?
us last time? I
Or
forget
was
if it
it
was the rats or the basilisks.
Yeah. Either way. So yeah, as we were saying, there's a teeny little bit left in Smoldering Lake, but I don't feel like doing it, and I don't think Derby feels like going back down there because Derby doesn't care. Yeah.
Derby, as we've learned through our many adventures with Derby, is not a completionist.
Yeah. No. But Knight Soreg as an NPC, he's actually like it's the actual him, the guy, not the invader version of him. He's down there, and we can kill him, and we can take the Fume Ultra Greatsword, because Night Slayer Soreg has the Fume Ultra Greatsword, because I guess he killed the Fume Knight at some point.
And why not, right?
Yeah, you know, whatever, sure. If that's not my canon, but whatever. We all know that Derby, after many attempts,
killed the Fume Knight.
I ran back to fucking Smoldering Lake. Fuck me.
I was wondering what you were up to there.
I was like, where am I going?
Okay, let Dia cook.
I'm trying to remember to get back where we are supposed to be, and oh god damn it! Did it do it again?
Did it do it again?
Yeah.
Derby's just standing still.
Hold on one sec. We're gonna try it. Grab the controller. This is one of those fun things where is it the controller or is it the cable, I guess, or maybe it could be the USB port. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, well, I guess if this controller doesn't work very well, then you can narrow it down a little more.
If this stops, then it's like, okay, well, I guess that's that. And in that case, I just grab another USB cable and it's fine. This controller feels weird to me because I haven't used this one in a long time. Because I don't use I almost never use my Xbox anymore.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I used a Microsoft console. I mean, because my Microsoft console is my computer, I suppose.
Yeah, like that's kind of where I'm more or less at. I'm just like, unless something very specific comes out. That's right. You get back up
bridge,
there.
Yeah.
So this is not where I want to be. I didn't want that bonfire at all. Because normally, that's right. I had to flop down to get here.
Ah, right, sure. And then there were these guys who keep coming back to life.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, they're so good.
They are
Come
good.
on. They're great. I love them.
Look at them coming after.
Keep going. Keep going.
Let's go.
You can get there.
Someone can submit this to Chris Person's whole thing.
Yeah. This is highlight reel for me.
Highlight reel.
I almost said highlight mode. Sorry, Chris.
Highlight mode.
Don't submit it to highlight mode. The knockoff version of highlight reel.
Highlight mode. Okay. Well, that was a fun little detour where we get to see skeletons.
It's important that every week we get to see skeletons.
It's like that's the thing is, like, I am so skeleton pilled when it comes to games. Like, that's the one thing I haven't seen from Dragon's Dogma yet, and like that's such a make or break thing for me.
Ooh, yeah. That's true.
Because Dragon's Dogma 1 has incredible fucking skeletons. Generally speaking, good undead all around of many types in
Dragon's Dogma
1. I actually have yet to see, and I'm waiting for it, but I have yet to see any undead in Baldur's Gate, and that's gonna be like where do we end up with that? Because
it's very interesting. Yeah. Well, because we know they exist in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
So
why did I do this? Why did I do it this way?
I don't know. I'm just enjoying watching you go here. This is fun.
Yeah, whatever. I don't go here, as the kids say. All right, here we go. Say. So we got this whole thing. We got to go across this bridge.
Do kids still say that? I hope they
do.
No,
we don't want to go across this bridge just yet. We want to go up here. Because we got to talk to our buddy to tell him, hey, BT Dubs, Horace went rogue. Sorry, homie.
Oh, Horace. Where have you run off to?
Well, I got news about that.
Bad news, buddy.
No. What a horrible thought. Goodness me. To think there'd be a lake so deep within these catacombs. What a relief. I knew that Horace was alive and wouldn't...
Derby!
Thank you.
Derby's about to explain that that's not what she meant.
Wait.
This hardly expresses...
Oh no!
Oh, horror. Goodness me, to think there'd be a lake so deep within these... Please, stop this.
Make sure there are no more. we're gonna antagonize him.
Oh, Horace, where have you run off to?
Stop doing that.
No, what a horrible thought. Goodness me.
Yeah, good call.
To think there'd be a lake so deep within these catacombs. What a relief. I knew that Horace was alive and wouldn't stray far.
Why is...
Thank you. We are both in your debt. This hardly expresses my gratitude, but it'll have to do for now. Please, take it, and may the flames guide your way.
Ooh, all right.
I will soon head to the lake. Thank you. May the flames guide.
We killed Horace.
Yeah, we did. I don't understand why Derby's not telling. Is the?
I don't know if the
she just not telling
dialogue.
him?
I don't know if the dialogue doesn't change. Maybe I don't. It's been so long. I don't remember.
Well, so I do know from reading Fextra Life that if you don't kill Horace,
Yeah,
and
you
tell
can
him
send.
that, then
He'll go down there and Horace will kill him.
yeah, Horace will straight up murder him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know that's an outcome, so I don't know. That's why I'm like, what? Is there a flag for that?
I don't know. That's
Fuck you,
weird.
buddies.
Away you go.
I like my momentary doubt of whether or not I need to hit the bridge more because I was like, it's not falling down fast enough.
I like that you had a momentary doubt about that, as if like it was a choice where you could not hit the bridge more. Like,
Yeah.
Like, well.
or that it really mattered all that much. Like, it's like, it's like, a half dozen skeletons come across the bridge. Like, worst comes to happen is like we die, or like we just kill them all, the skeletons. Damn. Let's see if anyone's around, because there's a boss fight up here, and I like to find.
Oh,
I like to find
interesting
homies.
friends.
Yeah, interesting friends are always a good time.
Well, yeah, it makes for a sweeter sauce.
I like this.
I would say.
I like this Luray Caverns bullshit we got going on here.
No friends.
Damn, that's weak.
That's sad.
No friends. Watch people have decided to start putting their like sign across the bridge.
As a way to check if you really want them to help you.
I did used to put my sign over here, which is always fun.
I like that. People thinking, well, there's no way I can get help now.
And they're like, oh, boo, I can't get help. And then they see it over there, and it'll be like, yeah, it's like a beacon. Because I was always, I'm Sunbro for life. That's just how I.
You gotta play that way.
Actually, are we still Sunbro? Yeah, we're still Sunbro. Okay, good. Just making sure. Well, damn, that's boring.
All right, well.
But whatever. God, this boss is boring. No, that's not fair. This boss isn't boring. It's just there's some annoying aspects to the. Or wait, or is this the antechamber for the boss fight?
This looks like a. This is like the antechamber. This is like the boss fight chamber for that.
Oh,
that lady in Elden Ring.
That's right. This is how it works.
Could this be a mob enemy?
This is one of my favorite fucking things in Dark Souls. So like we're surrounded by these candles. This is primo D&D shit right here.
Yeah, no, this is D&D and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, so we got this sick thing, and it just says touch goblet.
Not even a question mark.
No, touch goblet. Let's go. Let's touch the goblet, Derbs.
Oh, I love when they add in a cutscene.
Mm-hmm. You done fucked up, Derpy.
Shouldn't have done that.
No, I love it so much. It's just like, what a mistake have we made here?
Oh, shoot. Now all the candles go out. Oh, and it gets so much darker.
Mm-hmm. This is actually kind of a cool fight because it echoes back a couple things from Dark Souls 1 in a way that's actually kind of interesting.
This is the four. Whoa.
Yeah.
And Manus. Oh, that's cool.
And like.
Ow.
Yeah. So this is our big boy. He went to Claire's.
He sure did.
Jesus.
He went to Claire's to get resistance against slashing attacks and blood attacks. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's okay once you smash that shit, it's good. But like getting to the smashing part sucks.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh man.
I'm just gonna crush this shit like.
I mean, it's helpful that you know how to do it.
Yeah.
I would expect if you didn't know about these shackles.
There we go.
Wolnir would be very hard. oh no! That's why you didn't need a helper.
Yeah, that's why you don't put all of your shit into 4 little Horcruxes that you keep on your shit.
Yeah, well, if they're that obvious, I mean,
yeah,
it's like Phil Jackson putting his Horcruxes in his championship rings.
I'm sorry we didn't get to see any of his attacks. He actually does have like coming in here with a dex build or like even like a quality like a straight sword build kind of sucks because you just don't have the wrecking power to like, you know, you don't usually have the reach to get both of the bangles in one hit like I did with and you don't have like the force to just like break them like instantly.
Takes a lot longer. Yeah.
But
I would assume is magic okay with that, or it seems like it'd be kind of tricky.
I think magic you can I think you can target the bangles. But yeah, so that's High Lord here. Rep.
Well, listen, it's Derby's world. We're all just living in it.
Yeah. Okay, Derby, we're gonna go back and spend these souls.
It's a lot of souls
and just get more powerful. Oh look, now everyone's hanging out in the old King's Antechamber in the demon rooms.
Those are cool. I don't ever remember seeing those.
I think they were a late patch ad.
Those are cool. So what a smart idea. And that we, for whatever reason, didn't have previously.
I want to say Elden Ring has it too, but I don't think like Bloodborne does.
Bloodborne definitely does not.
Yeah.
Then take nothing.
Bloodborne was really weird with summoning and like I didn't.
Yeah, I typically don't play these games as a summoning person, and like part of that has changed playing with you. I think it's cool now, but Bloodborne just I never even saw the opportunity.
Yeah. I'm still to pump vitality because I want Derby to be able to wear armor at some point.
Yeah.
That's fun. So we're gonna just put that point right into Vit.
I mean, Derby's so strong.
Yeah. We should go talk to our guy about this soul. First, we should look at this soul of High Lord Wolnir.
Let's read about it.
High Lord Wolnir? Wolnir? What do you think? It just depends if he's German or not.
I think we can go Vol.
Yeah, I think we can go Volnir. Soul of High Lord Volnir, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength, used to acquire many souls or transposed to extract strength. Lord Volnir of Karthus, sentenced countless souls to gruesome deaths, keen to outlive them all. So he was just one of those tyrants who just kills everyone that could possibly pose a threat to him.
That's interesting.
And then he became a big old skeleton man with big old bangles.
Keen to outlive them all is really...
Yeah. Oh, I went in the wrong one. Damn it. Hate that shit.
That's not where that guy lives.
No, it's not. I think it's funny, but I also like it. It's also annoying. For a minute there, I thought I did it again, and I was gonna be so mad at myself.
Returned, and a fine day.
A fine day it is.
Oh, so, really?
Happened upon any twisted souls?
Dude, you've got a head like a sick apple.
I was gonna say this guy is a senator.
He really is.
Straight up a 12-term senator.
God, there was a really good tweet today. It was just like, have you actually looked at any senators and you really think they're like mainlining adrenochrome with the way they look?
Yeah, it doesn't work if that's the case.
Adrenochrome is a lie.
Yeah, they're convincing themselves. It's like that memory drug people were taking for a while.
Black Serpent. Pyromancy discovered from the abyss by High Lord Wolnir that inspired the black arts of the Grave Wardens. Releases undulating black flames that trace the ground. Be it sorcery or pyromancy, all techniques that infringe on humanity lead to the same place. That is to say, they all seek a will of their own.
Intriguing.
That's some wild shit about what hexes are.
I like that they seek a will of their own. Sort of like it infuses
like
you
a women's
and turns
women's
you.
baseball team.
It is my favorite Rosie O'Donnell. A will of their own.
God. Wolnir's holy sword. Wolnir's holy sword looks like it's made out of Swiss cheese. Like, what's going on there?
It's got some lace on it. It's
yeah.
not
What
super
is that
helpful.
like?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
Spider
is that
webs?
like bone or spider web or what? A holy sword eroded by the abyss. So that's what happened
Oh,
there. That's
okay.
That's its core, and then it's been kind of picked at, I guess. When Wolnir fell to the abyss, he was gripped by a fear of true darkness and pleaded to the gods for the first time. This holy sword, together with 3 armlets stripped from the corpses of clerics, those were big-ass clerics, gave him
maybe they grew
some
with
semblance of comfort. They must have. I like the idea that they gave him a semblance of comfort. There's like these glowing thing, they you know, these bangles that glow in the dark.
Yeah. Well, he's scared of the dark.
Like
after all,
he's scared. He's fucking scared of the dark. And he has these little bangles, and that's High Lord Wolnir for you. He's scared of the dark. He needs this little glow rod.
Yeah, it's important.
What is this? It takes faith. It's a faith sword.
That's really interesting.
Holy sword.
It is holy, but I didn't know if it would take faith since it's been eroded by the abyss. You know.
Yeah, or I figure it might need both. If it's gonna scale, like it's gonna a hexer sword.
And it doesn't have dark on it at all, though. That's interesting too.
No dark. 100% critical. It's kind of just looks like it's just kind of just standard. It's got Wrath of the Gods as its ability though, so that's kind of neat. So you can pop your weapon art and you just go with the Wrath of the Gods, which is kind of sick.
Now.
But we're not gonna buy any of that shit because that's not interesting. We're gonna eat Wolnir.
I love that.
Yeah. Derby believes in eating souls. 10,000. Not.
Gotta eat the soul.
We can barely get a level. We're just getting by with these levels here. Level up.
Well. Then Tuthaken.
Yeah, we're gonna put another one in the vitality. Here we go. Level up. Boom.
Farewell, Ash of Nether.
Can we start wearing? Nope. Nope.
Can't do it.
Nope. Can't wear shit. Not with this sword. We're getting close to being able to wear the Mira vest. We can wear the Drang armor. Drang, yo.
I love the Drang armor.
The Drang armor has less poise. What is the Drang armor? Armor of the descendants of Drang. Proclaimed descendants from the land known for the legend of the linking of the fire.
Drang Lake.
Fine protection that is both light and strong, having been reinforced with rare gay steel. The Drang Knights were once feared sellswords until treason meant descending into the abyss, and they were separated forever.
Oh, that's sad.
It's a sad story. What is? Does this look good? No, not really. But like, yay for Derby. Nah, we're going back to Grave Warden shit. Just looking kind of rough and tattered with her big sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What's up?
yeah, she's I don't know. I feel like the rough and definitely getting her some like serious armor would be fun.
I mean,
But also it's like
Derby's been through some shit.
Steps in between, I'm not so interested in, to be honest with you.
No.
I mean, maybe Derby is, and if that's the case,
hello,
then
you're
absolutely.
back, and in one piece.
Okay. You gonna go anywhere? No. You got anything new to sell? No. Okay.
You can keep as
Okay. Fine.
good.
Sorry about your wife.
Yeah. Sorry about her wife.
Speak thy desire, honorable Lord of Hollow, our lord and liege. Knowest thou of a youth named Anri? He is Hollow, and will join thee in wedlock.
No.
A fellow of mine
I don't want to
guides
marry
this
him.
moment. When the time is ripe, thou mayst make thy salutations. For what lord taketh no spouse? Our Lord, no evil. Till we meet again, may the darks...
So Derby's getting sick of this.
I don't really understand why, like, this lady doesn't allow us to not have a spouse. It's kind of messed up.
Where are wits?
Derby is sick of it.
Yule knows not of thy folly. A hollow need not be mad. No one so weak shall ever rule us. Garth, I have failed thee.
So you really didn't like the idea. Derby did not like the idea.
No, don't tell
of
Derby
married
she's
John,
getting
right?
married. Don't tell
That's
Derby.
lame.
Don't
Yeah.
tell Derby to kill people. Don't tell Derby to marry people. Don't tell Derby to do anything. That has been the
rude.
one overriding lesson of this: is Derby does not want to hear it, and Derby was
That's
getting
true.
sick of it.
And Derby acted.
Yeah, Derby took action. Hey, homie.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after sorceries.
Sorceress.
Have you forgotten I am scum?
Yeah, you're starved for
Don't
sorcery.
forget what you
Whatever.
promised.
I don't have anything for you, my guy. Do I have a pyromancy tope? I think I do have. Do I? I thought I picked one up from.
Ah, there I am.
Actually,
Do not be gone for
What
I
is
want
it?
to read it first. Get off me! Get off! Get off! Go! All right, let's see.
Away with you!
Away! Oh, we have a bunch of pyromancy tomes. Actually,
Oh my gosh, look at all of them.
I think this was the Grave Warden pyromancy tome of the Grave Warden. This is like some Clive Barker book shit here.
Oh wow, stitched all together? I
yeah.
love that.
High Lord Wolnir of Carthus succumbed to the abyss, but the pyromancer later became a Grave Warden and discovered the Black Flame. Which is some hex shit, I think, is the deal there. Oh, Uria Ashes. Umbral Ash of Uria of Londor. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items.
Oh.
Having 3 founders of the Black Church ensured Uria's legacy would survive. Her 2 sisters could carry the torch, making certain their lord claims the flame for the sake of all hallows. Well, so we killed one of the 3 sisters of the Black Church.
Okay.
This is like this is Koth people, as she said. She was, she said, Lord Koth, I failed thee, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So Koth being the counterpart to Frampt.
Right.
Frampt in Dark Souls 1 wanted us to link the flyer. He was the guy in Firelink Shrine. And Koth, I don't remember if we ran into him in my Let's Play. I don't think we did.
What does Koth want you to do? I forget.
Koth is like the primordial serpent who is wedded to the dark, and he is the one who creates the Dark Wraith, those dudes who have the red hand shit, and like they dress like, bad Darth Vaders, and they kind of they have it's funny because it's like low-key the Berserker armor from Berserk.
From Berserk, yeah.
And like they're just like stomping around all mad and shit, and they just love killing people and invading and killing people and taking their souls. And
right, of course.
Koth is invested in them because Koth is like wedded to the dark sign. The dark sigil, there we go. A black gaping hole in the flesh that resembles the brand of an undead.
Which is, of course, why Uria was interested in us once we got all these dark sigils.
Right, and that's why what's his face was like, hey, I can unlock your secret, your secret powers, and we got this dark sigil from that. The dark sigil will never heal, but is there as a tale told of a firekeeper who returned from the abyss and brought great comfort to the bearer of the curse. Which is weird that the dark sigil is linked to the Emerald Herald. Things are a little like this is. It gets all very murky with the.
It's a little loosey goosey when it comes.
It is like
the central things like the dark sigil and the brand of the undead and stuff. It all feels a little loosey goosey.
It is a little loosey goosey. It's all very just kind of like, like shit that sounds cool. It's very like this sounded cool at the time. And that's how things are. Canon gets made how canon gets made. And did we get ashes from Urian? No, we just got we got ashes.
Yeah, we did.
We got ashes. We didn't get a soul.
We got a sword.
Yeah, we got a sword. We'll read about it in a minute.
Katana. Yeah.
Ah,
Ashen one.
gracious. And almost as if it had lived mere moments ago. Oh, forgive an old woman's idle prate. I'm sure an ashen one such as thee would never indulge such base contrivances.
That's right.
Yeah, we'd never just murder someone because
That would
they
not
wanted
be
us to
something
get
we'd do.
married.
This
But Yuria
is a
had
warning.
plans. Yuria had plans for Kath, a primordial serpent who apparently still exists. In this world, Frampt and Kath persist in some regard, it would seem.
Which is really interesting because it would seem that despite like regardless of what you did, right? Like regardless of if you linked the flame or did what Kath did, one of the serpents would be gone. Maybe both.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they still persist.
Yeah. So these are the things we can pick up from now that we've dropped off. We could get some good lore here because I think we can get Uria's garb.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
So we'll start up here though with the first
With
thing
the
is
Dark Hand.
the Londor Braille Divine Tome, a Braille tome of Londor. Why does everyone have a Braille tome?
Because of Firekeepers.
Oh. Okay. That you know what?
I mean that's not a great.
No, that actually, that seems like kind of the best accepted answer I can think of because they do seem to be from a cleric class of sorts. So they are in some regards priestly educated young women who are blinded. So I guess Braille tomes is probably the way for them.
Right, yeah, it would totally make sense.
But
it also, I mean, just from a practical perspective, if you are if you're like a monk or something, it might just be nice to have a Braille tome because your eyes keep getting worse because you keep reading stuff.
That's fair, yeah. It's just interesting thinking about, the existence of Braille in our own lives and just like, wow, damn, Braille tomes all these books just keep turning up with Braille copies.
Braille tomes really took off in Dark Souls 3.
It really did. When the flame went out, the first flame went out, there was no light, so everyone had to read by Braille.
I'd buy it. Listen, why not?
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing that just so happens that we keep turning these Braille tomes up. A Braille tome of Londor, first spoken by Lelan of the Sable Church. The Sable Church, I think, is also the Black Church. I think they're interchangeable. We'll find out more once we read more about Yuria, if I remember correctly. Give this to a storyteller to learn the miracles of Londor. This is a forbidden tome as it offers salvation to all hollows and conversely curses all living things. All things living, sorry. So Londor is associated with Koth. It is the city of Koth. It is the city of man. It is the dark city. It's the things that are united are Koth, mankind, the dark sign, the undead curse, and humanity. Like these are all.
Yeah, and what's so interesting is that Koth is so hard to find in the first game.
You
right?
really you have to trigger him. You have to do a whole bunch of things, and you have to do them in the right order, and then Koth will show up. And I'm pretty sure I did it wrong my first Dark Souls playthrough. So like,
I've never found him. I never found Koth.
I ran into him once, and I specifically was like, I want to run into this motherfucker, and I was doing like specifically like a PvP build, and just kind of a bleak run through Dark Souls 1. But yeah, I did finally run into him, and like he is interesting. I still think of Koth and Frampt as what's their faces from Oh God, the Eddie Murphy Dan Aykroyd movie.
Trading Places.
Trading Places.
Okay.
But oh God, what? Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to so it's gonna fuck with me. But like Don Amici and Denholm Elliott, so Mortimer and Coleman, like the two of them, like who orchestrate the whole kind of like bat like that drives the movie. Koth and Frampt are kind of like, in my mind, the two of them.
That adds up. Like I think if you play the game and you think that Frampt is anything but kind of a little shifty,
like
you're not playing the game right.
They've got very like Statler and Waldorf energy too. If the Muppets are more your speed. Like that is probably the best way to read them in my opinion, because it really feels like the two of them are playing a gentleman's game about with humanity, and I think it's funny that
there's some Pygmalion to it, which I mean lines up with Trading Places, of course.
Yeah. But like it's interesting that like we really don't get more of them. I don't think I haven't played all the DLC for this game. So they might start turning up a little bit more towards the end. I don't know. But they don't in the main game that much beyond Yuri of Londor kind of showing up and being like, ooh, Koth. Frampt doesn't show up from what I remember.
Yeah, Frampt's whole deal is not being around in the game at this point. I mean, like he's the Koth of this game. He's like, because I would assume, right, based on the way that the way people talk about this and the fact that the Undead Shrine has sort of grown into this like giant place, I would assume, right, that we have linked the fires in this version of the world, right? And we've been one person that linked the fires, and like it's just this sad progression. So where's Frampt, right? Like where is he?
Like that's the thing is like we can interpret from all of the bosses like the main bosses we fight in this game are people who linked the flame.
Right,
at one
exactly.
point. So we've been linking this flame is real fucking linked, and that's why it's everything is ashen now and like embers and stuff like that. The flame has been linked and linked and linked and linked and linked and linked and linked, and like we're burning kindling at this point. We're getting together all of the shit that we burned previously and just kind of hoping this might be charcoal at this point.
Well, yeah, that's of course the reason why. At the end of the Dark Souls 1, Derby did not link the flame, because
Derby just walked away from that. And again, Derby does not like being told what to do.
No.
I think Derby has,
as we found.
Derby, Derby doesn't like prophecy. Derby doesn't like royalty. Even, Derby found an affinity with the dragons at one point. Derby found an affinity with the dark for a brief time there. That I think is that Derby is very much searching for a place of belonging, and then finding that all of the places that would allow her to belong have a form of hierarchy that is just uncomfortable for Derby.
Yeah. That's her story.
Even the dark is Yuri of Londor shows up and says you're going to get married because you're a god, you're our lord, and lords have to get married and blah 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 blah, and Derby was just like no,
absolutely not, not interested. Stop it.
The Dark Hand. This costs 12,000 souls to get the Dark Hand.
That's a big price tag.
People love this shit. I never really was a fan of it, but weapon that allows its wielder to evoke an art unique to Londor, the land of the Hollow. It is also said to be an ancient relic of a primordial serpent.
Oh no.
Koth is the faction leader for the dark dudes. I can't remember what their name is. But anyway, the Dark Souls. He's a faction leader for the Dark Souls. God, they're the guys that show up and they look like Berserker armor guys. Anyway, you can join the faction in Dark Souls 1. He's the faction head. I think he eventually gives you the Dark Hand. The Dark Hand mercilessly saps the essence of its victims and can also be used as a special shield. Cannot be used two-handed. It's a skill, life drain. Embrace the victim and steal their HP. Can only be used against humans.
Now, do people find it like? Do people like it for PvP or what?
I think they do like it for PvP. I think it's also like a pretty, like it's not like the best shield, but it also has 0 weight.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so you can sort of just have a shield.
Yeah, people slap this on like their dex builds a lot. Because it's like, it's no weight. You can just kind of pop it up. It's very fast. You can't parry with it, of course. But you do get the life drain, which is like, people do like that shit.
I mean, why not, right? Because it basically keeps it so you don't have to drink an Estus.
Yeah. So the Build Mask.
Build Mask.
Attire of one of the 3 mentors of the Sable Church of Londor, which is also the Black Church. I don't know why it's sable here and black in the other one. I don't know if that's just
translation, localization.
I don't know if it's like localization, like it's like, someone was copy pasting and like they missed it, or if it's, it was the Black Church, or it now is the Black Church, or it's sometimes called the Sable Church, or it's like an interchangeable name or whatever. This Build Mask belongs to Yuria, the second eldest. So she's not the eldest, she's the second.
The middle child.
Yeah. These maidens of a primordial serpent were renowned as founders of the Sable Church, which offered salvation for hollows.
Intriguing.
Yeah. This pitch black dress resembles a mourning dress. They really go all in for the mourning in Londor, apparently, because that's a fancy ass mourning dress.
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, this is like, I guess, looking at her though, she does have the look of a funeral goer.
Yuria always, this is the thing that pissed me off about Dark Souls or Bloodborne, is I really wanted Yuria's set for my hunter in Dark Souls, and I couldn't get it.
Oh, naturally. It's a great hunter set.
It's a great hunter set, and it doesn't exist in Bloodborne. I was so mad. Like nothing like it even, which is a fucking tragedy. The doll dress sucks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry everyone
it's not good.
Sorry everyone who likes to rock the doll cosplay. It was not interesting to me. These black gauntlets are hidden by the dress. It is apparent that the women in black were highly skilled fencers, capable of founding the Sable Church between just the 3 of them.
Naturally, something that has to do with fencing.
Right. That's an interesting, this is an interesting detail, is that, this is funny. This is where we find out what Miyazaki is really horny for is women who can fence, because between like Lady Maria and Yuria and her sisters, it's kind of like, well, I see what your predilections are, homie.
It's all about fencing.
These black leggings are hidden by the dress.
Fencers, right?
Fencers. Oh, here's Wolnir's crown. Crown of Wolnir, the Karthus Conqueror. Once upon a time, such things were bequeathed judiciously to each of the rightful lords, until Wolnir brought them to their knees and ground their crowns to dust. Then the crowns became one, and Wolnir, the High Lord.
Interesting. So it's a lot like, I mean, we see this in fantasy all the time, right? Like this is the chairman. It's the throne from the Game of Thrones, right? Like take all the swords and make it into something that reflects the one true king.
Yeah, that's the way we do things. And it's always, it's a sign of conquering. it decided like, it's like, I'm going to show you how, like it's interesting that the Game of Thrones, the Iron Throne or whatever. It's interesting that because like the swords are much more intact in that than you would expect.
Yeah, they really are. They're burnt up, but they're not melted.
I was watching the German Chancellor today, and I didn't realize that they had like a fucking Iron Throne like bird statue.
What? Really? Made of swords?
It's not like made of swords, but like the bird's got like 5 billion fucking wings.
Okay.
I don't know what the deal with it is, but like
biblically accurate angel?
Like kind of, but it's like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is. I can't find it anywhere. But like, yeah, so they were like, he was giving his little speech, and they had shot of the exterior of the building of, I guess, whatever their parliament is. Sorry, Germany, I don't know your government. The world is big. The world is vast, and I can only care so much about European.
Germany.
Like, I can only care so much about Europe.
I mean, you care about Dark Souls, which is basically just dark Europe.
It was like a big
Bundestag.
Like a big bird, and it's like iron. It's like this iron statue, and the bird has like just like shit tons of feathers coming out from underneath it.
Wow, I'm looking at it right now.
It's fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it has a name. What's this called? They draw pictures. Oh wow! In the full picture of it also has a tail.
Yeah.
Why does it have a tail?
The whole thing is wild. I don't know why they have it, but it's one of those things where it feels like if you're the people that we all associate with fascism, you probably shouldn't have the Iron Throne bird.
I mean, yeah. No, I agree. Seems like you should like go different. Like, make a tree or something.
Yeah, like seriously.
Something not this, right? Like, wow, that is a very, very strange one.
It's really, I don't know what you Googled to find it, but
I just Googled Bundestag.
Okay.
Well, actually, I Googled German
I guess
parliament.
It's the federal eagle.
The legal eagle.
Yeah, it's the federal eagle. Germany, I don't know what's going on with you. I do like that, like the kind of the illustrations of it though, just sort of look like kind of like a fucked up chicken.
Yeah, it really does.
Like a plucked, 3-pound roaster. Germany got together.
I like that it looks like a lizard 3-pound roaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's weird. I do like the Londor rings, where the hollows of Londor are wretchedly aged, fraught with deceit and dubiously secretive. It's no wonder that they are deeply detested. Whereas I guess other hollows are less detested.
I mean, are hollows as detested in Dark Souls 3 as they are in other games? I feel like there's some like career options for hollows.
It feels like there's a little bit more going on here. Yeah, like it definitely feels things are bad enough in Dark Souls 3 times that I think hollows are a little bit more okay, but also at the same time it feels like, this feels much more apocalyptic. Like it really feels like, like it's not post-apocalyptic. There's like it's like kind of tail end of post-apocalyptic, whereas I feel like, in some ways Dark Souls 2 are much more, Dark Souls 2 feels very post-collapse. Dark Souls 2 feels very like almost like, it's weird because Dark Souls 2 almost feels like we've had the collapse and then we're in the middle of a second collapse in some ways. Or
yeah,
we're on
I
the
guess
rebound.
that makes sense.
Dark Souls 2 has kind of a weird like limbo space where it's kind of in between collapses almost, but it's not in a period of like rebuilding.
I feel like there's like you could almost make, and I wouldn't because I think it's obnoxious, but you could almost make the argument that Dark Souls 2 is a prequel or like a sequel that is like so far in the past that it almost doesn't like line up.
It feels that way.
It feels separate. Whereas this is clearly we're in the future, but it is clearly a like continuation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. It definitely feels more dilapidated here. Yeah. So there's some weirdness going on with the way all the things line up.
If anyone on the stream is curious, the Phillies just won and they are advancing to the NLCS.
Woo!
Which is
Phillies
probably why it just got a
won.
lot louder outside if you're in Philadelphia.
No, you know
they
what's
won.
interesting? The revelers disappeared earlier.
They were confident. They knew what would happen. 3-1 is very close, but not to them.
They weren't really being revelers about the Phillies. They were reveling about mid-autumn.
Well, I mean, listen, I feel like this is probably the time that our stream has the most relevance because Dark Souls is a mid-autumn game. Like this has just autumn vibes. This is a PSL game.
It's funny because it's one of the things where it's like Dark Souls still feels like it feels like there's a humidity to it. There's a late autumn, mid late autumn humidity to it. But it's like slowly cooling off.
Yeah.
But okay.
Is there something near apocalyptic about autumn? Discuss. I think we have to consider it.
I think we do too. And I think yes. I think autumn.
Yeah, I think absolutely.
Just wasn't neat.
I think autumn is, we're going into the desolation of winter. Just. Oh, sorry, we need chunks.
Aww.
Okay, be careful. I go.
Nothing. I'll buy one of these. Actually, you know what? I'll just buy 2 of these.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we're constantly using them.
We are.
The Uria lore is really interesting to me. Like, I find myself kind of sitting with that one a little more. Like, it's hard to, like, a lot of the lore in this game, I feel like we can kind of make a little pat. Be like, okay, well, here's how it relates to that, and here's, remember this, and, like, here's that from the other game. And even if it's not perfect, you can kind of get there. But, like, the Uria thing is so unique, like, and weird. Like, it feels like its own kind of strain of thinking that we don't get to see the end of.
No, the Uria stuff is really, it's pretty fascinating because... we never go to Londor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not happening. We are not going to Londor. We will never go to Londor now. Dark Souls is over. We're not going to find out about Londor. And Londor is apparently the city of the undead. It's like, ruled by a primordial home slice. Like what is going on there? I don't know.
Yeah. I think like the other thing that kind of strikes me about the Uria thing is like, what about Koth's perspective leads us to believe that marriage between an undead lord and a lady would somehow unite them? Like marriage is such a weird concept in Dark Souls.
Okay, so if you don't want to know what the alternate path that Derby missed here, skip ahead 5 minutes. I'll when I actually go through this, I'll drop in a marker here.
Okay.
The alternate path is, so the marriage is we get to the next zone, and Uria has basically sent an assassin to shadow Anri. And okay. Anri is dead. Anri has been murdered and laid out. And we marry Anri by basically showing up, thrusting a special sword through his body, and just kind of like full. Like I don't know if he's actually murdered by that point. I think he might just be sleeping. But we murder him. He's fully dead when we go in through and stab him with this sword, and we form this kind of ritual soul bonding. That's basically just we take his soul.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So what?
It's a weird.
Does Derby get stronger at that point, or is it just
no?
Like
that's the thing. You don't get stronger. You just get like wedded. Because a lord needs a mate, blah 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 blah.
Well, like every thug does need a lady, so
so that's what happens there, and then that locks you into the dark ending, where you can only choose the dark path at the end. You cannot link the fire at that point, from what I remember.
Well, sure, because you've really taken on a lot of heavy weights at that point.
There's no walking back from that one.
No.
But because we killed Yuria...
Is the assassin Horus?
No. The assassin's a little like... he's like a little like almost like a little face dancer.
That's fun.
From like the Dune novels. He's a little...
Yuri's got some whimsy about it.
Yuri's got some like little like a little assassin homies that kind of hang out. They're almost like the fleas from... from Bloodborne, from the Castlevania zone in Bloodborne.
Okay. Yes.
I really should we should do a Bloodborne episode.
We probably need to play Bloodborne at some point.
I need to figure out like a capture card deal for that, because
you can the way I did it was I streamed directly from the PS4.
I don't know how I then link into you.
You can you can share it via, I think I used an Elgato, like just one that I plugged in.
See, I still need to, at that point, I still need to get an Elgato.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was just thinking about it. Maybe I can find mine and send it to you. If I can find it, I will. But anyway, go on.
So I came back here because this happens.
Friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is going to kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
So what did he do? Why is he laughing at us?
Patches locked us in.
Fear.
Oh, I see.
Besides, you're amongst your own. Plenty of company, right?
I see. I thought you had gone to a different door I didn't know about.
No,
Patches, you son of a gun.
Patches, like, well, just, you know, I normally by now we would have gotten the key to open this thing here, but like we did this early, and so Patches is just now showing up. I knew he had to show up at some point, and I was like, when's he gonna show up? So he shows up now, but this is good because this. Oh, shit!
You could do that.
I can do that. I did do that. That I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? Hey.
So now we can go find Patches.
So now this is my favorite thing. So Patches apparently just hangs out there watching this all unfold, but then doesn't do anything. Or wait, no, he's back over here. Yeah. There he is. Hey, Patches. You scamp.
Ah, oh, you're alive.
Patches, I'm hollow, you
now,
dumbass.
Hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. Oh, come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit.
What?
You get these urges, running a business and all, and I hate myself for it.
Fucking small business owners.
Urges.
You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me.
You sap.
You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right? Oh, fantastic. A wily second chance.
Wily second chance?
I just knew it. The heart of a lion. A model for the rest of us. A true friend. Forever.
Fucking love Patches.
Patches is the best.
Unbreakable.
He's the only
Patches.
one who sort of...
Go ahead.
I love Patches because Patches is the one person who kind of gets this world. Out of all the NPCs you meet, Patches is like, this place is a mess. I am going to be as bad as possible.
No, like when Patches, like, you know, even with Elden Ring, like Patches is the one who always kind of just has a bead on what's going on. You gotta love him for that. Patches has all kinds of shit. Patches will also sell us the Katarina set.
Oh, that's wait a minute.
Yeah. Distinctively shaped helm worn by the Knights of Katarina, often ridiculed for its onion-like shape, infuriating the country's proud knights, but the masterfully forged curved design makes it very effective for deflecting blows.
Now did we give that guy his armor back yet?
We did. Patches has his knockoff Patches version now, though.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That's great.
Also, a parrying dagger and a shotel.
So you can get two, so you can be all fun.
Yeah.
Dual hand shotels.
Also some rusted coins and luring skulls. He's got embers. He'll sell some more stuff later as things go on.
I see you've met Grey Rat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
Patches.
Oh, Patches.
Let's go talk to Grey Rat and see what he has to say.
Well, you could try looking a little harder.
I love how he's just so vile. He's the perfect.
He's great, yeah. Patches
is the major politician of this game. Patches is the one who could run for Senate.
God.
And win. So, he's a new politician.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well?
Let's talk about Patches.
You can keep the ring.
No, okay, nothing about Patches? Okay, fine.
Goodbye.
Grey Rat's voice actor is so good.
It's true. Yeah, I really love Grey Rat's voice actor. Check in with...
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. Do you wish to hear a tale? You only have to ask.
Yes.
You know, in my home of Karim, I was a nun. I would be pleased to, although to be honest, but if I had... Oh, terrible.
So we have a divine tome. We have the deep rail divine tome. I'm just gonna hand that over.
What's this? Champion of Ash, this divine tome is forbidden. These are dark tales of things that lurk deep within men. These stories would not please you, of course, if you insist.
Oh, she's gonna get messed up if you give it to her, right?
Only... Oh, they frighten me so. The little creatures that nibble at me in the darkness. You know, in my eye would be... although it is terrible.
So now we can learn miracles. We can learn Gnaw. The deep was originally a peaceful and sacred place, but became the final rest for many abhorrent things. This tale of the deep offers protections for those who worship amidst the horrors.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a deep protection. This is taught to the inaugurated deacons of the Cathedral of the Deep. So it's interesting.
The people who set up the church across from Cthulhu.
Yeah.
The neighborhood's going
on
to
top
shit
of
around
Cthulhu,
here.
really, but
yeah.
Dark miracle taught in the Cathedral of the Deep summons insect swarm to feast on foes. These insects, which lurk in the deep, have tiny jaws lined with fangs to tear open the skin and burrow into the flesh in the blink of an eye, causing intense bleeding.
Gross.
So there's...
Have a pleasant journey, I pray.
There's something about the fire leak, the fire keepers and the darkness writhing under their skin, basically.
Right.
And I don't know what the deal there is, but
doesn't that happen to a firekeeper at one point in one of the games? Like they sort of just like disappear, or it's just their robes left or something like that.
There's the one firekeeper who gets murdered in Dark Souls 1.
Right, yeah, right. If you don't kick that guy down the cliff. But yeah, I guess there isn't anyone that just vanishes.
There's the one knight, do we have the brass set yet? No, we don't. I think we have like We could buy their halberd, I think, is the deal.
Okay.
Gets over here.
Yeah, there's the halberd.
That's the wheel of the white clerics. No, okay.
Ashen one.
So we don't have it yet. The knight who wears the brass set, she's kind of like posted up in Anor Londo, in Dark Souls 1. She's a firekeeper, and like, I think if you get the armor set, the armor describes that she kind of wears the armor to hide the dark, like wriggling underneath her skin.
I mean, isn't the dark wriggling under? That's really cool. Isn't the dark wriggling under the skin also the little dark marks we have that like seep humanity?
I don't know, and it's one of those things that's not explained. But it all comes from the same place. So
I mean, yeah, it's all humanity, which is bad.
Yeah.
But also important, but bad.
So, but we got to go back to High Lord Wolnir's crib because we've got a doorway to go through.
Oh right, a doorway opened.
Yeah, we've been doing all this nonsense over here, like messing around, blah 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 blah. But really, we got to go through this doorway.
Listen, we beat the boss quick. We earned ourselves some. Some
blathering
time.
Yeah,
some lore
time. So we can go through this door here and see what's on the other side. And stairs leading up. I like these stairs because they're like really kind of just like they're too elaborate for what they are. Like they're kind of like this like crappy like, you know, stone like structure, but like the railing is very ornately carved for stone.
It feels like something you'd see in like I don't know, like I've never seen these things in person, but like if you look at a textbook at like extremely ancient primitive stuff like Stone Age kind of things. Like it's sort of like that where they're getting the sense of scale and scope, but it's not quite there yet. No. It's not like artistry isn't there, but scope is there.
And then you have this kind of like almost like, you know, Akkadian or like even like, you know, like Mesoamerican like hutch work of the stone over here. It's like it's very
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really great. But then we come up and we're like in super gothic mode.
Instant gothic mode.
And then like fairy tale shit's going on out here.
Listen, did you want continuity? Go back to Dark Souls 2.
So I love this. So we come out here and we're in the Irithil of the Boreal Valley. So this is a Boreal Valley and we have this moon.
It's very boreal.
We can't hack into this moon. If you watch my Flower, Sun, and Rain LP recently, we hacked into the moon.
It's something you can do in any Suda game.
It's a thing that it's important to hack into the moon in Suda games.
It's something Suda probably believes you can do in real life too.
Yeah, you just need to go to like the Caribbean or someplace like where you can get high enough to the moon, close enough to the moon.
It's either the Caribbean or various places in Tokyo.
Yeah,
those are your two spots.
There's some shit going on down there.
What is that?
I don't know.
I hate those.
Yeah, I hate everything going on down there. And then there's
I bet we'll
Anor
never
Londo.
have to go down there. Oh yeah, okay.
Look at that. Look at Anor Londo. No, it's Irithil. It's Irithil of the Boreal Valley.
We don't call it Anor Londo.
We don't call it Anor Londo. It's just another extremely arch Gothic city full of Gothic arches.
Yeah, just like the one that happens to look exactly the same. It's cool. It's good.
Praise the liar. I like when you get praise the liar, but the other message isn't here. Well, you know what? We're going to become the liar.
Yeah. Put on the Joker mask.
Object. Illusion ahead. I'm just going to... There we go.
There you go.
Now, look at this. Look at this. We get one of these like extremely, just like kind of, you know, medieval, these Gothic archway on this medieval walkway. This, you know, look at this decorative stone like floor on a bridge. Look at this bridge. This is a beautiful bridge.
This is very Bloodborne. This just looks like...
Yeah, it's like a
nixed zone.
The Charles Reese, what? What's that?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. That thing is going to run after you.
And so this is so funny to me because like this is like the most fucking Bloodborne shit, but also it's like extremely oh shit. I was talking and I died.
I like that it looks like Kraid from a little bit from it looks like Kraid meets Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's got
that very good.
It's got the when Alec Baldwin stretches out his skull.
Exactly. Yeah, it tries to be scary.
Which is like it's very when Guts puts on the berserker armor and there's the darkness inside of him basically. That is like this the big wolf, the big very pointy wolf.
So does he jump down? He just materializes.
Yeah, he just materializes. And he's gonna come after us, and we're gonna just... Yeah, come on, homie. Yeah, what? Jesus.
Yeah, it's a Bloodborne fight. Lots of hits. No real ability to dodge them all.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Jeez.
I love this this horror, this absolute horror with 6 eyes that are
the ribs just completely out.
But then the backdrop is Salzburg. This, it's just this beautiful snows, this European snowbound city.
The background sort of looks like if you wanted to make Midgar from Final Fantasy VII, but you were but I want it to be the opening city of Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Okay. I can combine those. I can combine those aesthetics. We can do this. Staggered.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Pontiff's right eye.
Well.
So we got a doll at one point. Remember, we picked up that little doll, and the doll is actually what allows us to get through here. It allows us. There's a kind of if you come here without the doll, you kind of get rebuffed by the gate here. It's interesting also that the exit, we go through Karthus. It's kind of this very rough underground, subterranean stonework, very primordial kind of space. There's the smoldering lake where the demons are, and Irithyll not Irithyll, Izalith and all that. That's down there. But we come out and there is that extremely high Gothic structure that we exit out of, and then we come across this bridge, and then over here there's this, and it's fucking, what if Bloodborne was clean?
Yeah. Well, and it really is it's almost like what if Bloodborne was clean, and what if Anor Londo was Victorian? Because those sloping churches down there look so much like the little places you jump onto to get to the Painting Guardians and the...
Yes.
It's a very weird... I don't even think it's bad. It's just a very weird, very Miyazaki sort of mashup of things. Good news, here's all the things I like.
Yeah, no, it's great. We're gonna, we're not gonna do it this week, but we're gonna be spending some time here. Oh yeah, here's the wall.
Wow.
That blocks us out further.
Oh, okay.
Go through
so
it.
it makes you fight the big demon, and then you just have to
I think
back.
I think there's also a wall there too. I think it's both ways.
Okay.
But I don't know.
It'd be really funny if you had to fight the boss, and then your reward was you don't have the right item. I'd support that.
Weirdly enough, I thought there's an item here. It says Homeward Bone.
Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah, then I bet it's that, because then you're just well, actually, I don't have a...
I want to try something, because I thought... I'm going to try one thing real fast, because I thought there's actually... mark this one. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think I could have to go back to the other one. We can't rest at the bonfire.
You're not allowed.
Let's run back here. Because I thought... Yeah, there we go. Wait, Virginia native.
Virginia native?
Virginia native, that's not what I anticipated.
You've been invaded by you.
I've been invaded by myself.
This is so tricky.
Yeah, this is not what I was anticipating. Come on, Virginia native.
They are down there. Ooh. Virginia native. What a great,
Look, we're coming out in the
Dark Souls name.
Yeah, Virginia native is coming out. It's really funny. Homie, we're out here. Okay, we're not gonna fight around the little fucking ring. We're over here. Come on, come on. Don't be a cheater. I saw you drinking, you bitch. Which is just some cheater bullshit.
Yeah. Two can play.
Why are like half my hits not connecting at all?
They're an iframe cheater.
Apparently.
Oh.
What? Bullshit.
Weak. Yeah, that's some shit right there.
Every one of their hits on me is like landing, and like half of my hits are landing on them.
Oh,
lame.
Hated that. Oh, awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Whatever, Virginia native.
Wow.
No one likes you.
You had a really high bar to clear. You had a really low bar to clear because your name was cool and you didn't even do it.
Yeah. No, the fact that like I was like doing like, I was saying hi and stuff like that, and they were decided to just run up and to start going for it. I was like, no. Weak.
Yeah. Super lame.
This is like a PvP bridge spot. Like this is a spot where people like to do the PvP because it's fun to PvP on the bridge because it's just a big open space with like not a lot of geometry. You can just duel on it, and it's cool because it's like it snows.
Do the rituals though.
Yeah, like that's the thing though. You know if you're PvPing here, this isn't like gank zone. This is not gank zone. This is
right.
We're doing a thing. We're doing the honorable thing. I guess is homie not going to show up here?
Virginia native again.
Virginia native again, right? God,
that'd be a shame. That would be rough, but
maybe not. Maybe I didn't do something that she was supposed to. Could have sworn she was supposed to show up there. Maybe I missed a trigger. But Cirrus of the Sunless Moon.
Oh, okay. Neat.
If I remember correctly, she meets you there and she's like, "Hey, fuck you. We got to tussle now." And you tussle with her. I think alternately, I think you can summon her for that section.
For the boss fight?
Yeah, or the mini boss or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, well let's go up here and see what's up here just while we're here.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Big ostrich man.
Just a big ostrich ghost man.
See, I saw the little puff of snow without a foot, and I thought, well, this is.
And so there's this guy's.
Oh boy. Yikes.
Yeah, they're just
fancy footwork though.
They're just big, giant, nasty men. They've got skulls for faces, and they've got like these big curved swords, and they've got these weird spears, and they're like just nasty and awful. And
yeah, they really are. Oh, and they use dark magic.
Yeah, they use all kinds of shit. But they're
serious. There's a ton of them too.
Yeah, there's a ton of them around here. But they got these weird skull faces. They're like, but they themselves are not necessarily skeletons.
Yeah, they don't seem almost even corporeal.
No. Large titanite shard sticking out of that guy's butt. I like this tree here though. This tree that's being illuminated by this one torch. I like the idea of anything being growing or alive here because it's always moonlight time.
Right.
Like there's no, we don't get a daylight for Irithyll.
It's all the moon-based plants. You know, those ones that love to grow in the moon.
All those
all those reverse photosynthesis plants.
Yeah. We get some awful gargling sounds. And the door doesn't open from this side.
It's a little troubling.
Yeah. But so this is an interesting spot.
There's a lot of, I mean, I hate to keep saying it. There's a lot of Bloodborne here. It feels almost like we're taking a cameo into the game. The growling, the demon. I will say the tall guys are very. That's just Dark Souls. That's pure Dark Souls. But the rest, it's interesting.
It is funny because I don't remember anything particularly willowy in in Bloodborne. You know.
Yeah,
but
no, it's usually kind of like stocky or big.
Yeah, we get like kind of, there are some, we get the weird the weird wispy people that like the queen, the who's like clutching her her C-section extraction or
right.
They got this guy's here who just reminds me of them. The Rastafarian ghosts from the Matrix.
Yeah, the twins, baby.
The twins,
love
yeah.
them.
I always crack these guys up because these guys always I'm just you have such weird vibes.
Perfect vibes.
Yeah.
Pristine vibes on these zombies.
But we get these weird willowy
Bride
dudes.
of Frankenstein.
Yeah. And we get these weird willowy knights who, they have these. It's funny because they really remind me of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings when.
Oh yeah.
You get the Frodo puts on the ring and you see the nine in their spectral white form as opposed to their Dark Rider form,
Yeah.
And that's what these guys always reminded me of was that.
Yeah, no, I can see that. That makes a lot of sense.
This has this is a great zone. And we're gonna next time we will spend more time here.
I like that we've gotten a little bit of a tour. I wasn't expecting anything.
Just getting a little bit of it because we get there's just weird shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's weird. There's Bloodborne here. There's we do get Peter Jackson. I mean, it's hard to divorce it from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, which was such a big deal around the time these games were being made. And
I mean, it's a kind of a perpetual big deal.
It is it's one of those things. It's a touchstone that we can't ignore anymore. We get
you're not getting away from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings anytime soon.
Yeah, we get this weird statue here with these priests and this weird grass that's like in these like planters.
Yeah,
like
that's very strange.
This is such a good weird zone that I think people rush through it too quickly, and I think people also go, oh, and Orlando too readily.
I think that's definitely a mistake. Like, it doesn't seem Anne Orlando-ish to me, except like there are elements of there, but I mean, maybe canonically it is that or whatever, but like it doesn't strike me as Anne Orlando.
Yeah, and like we will solve that Gordian knot.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just as violently as the actual Gordian knot is solved.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sick of chopping the Gordian knot. Time to solve it.
No, we are going to solve it with violence. But we will also unpack it. Well, we will unpack our use of violence in solving that. This is like the most angel egg of all the, if you haven't seen Angel Egg, it's a really crucial Mamoru Oshii. I think it's an OVA. It's like a little. Yeah, it is an OVA. It's like a little like 80-minute OVA.
I keep confusing it with Angel Cop, which is a super fascist show.
You cannot confuse those two.
No, it happens every time. Well, I confuse it every time, and I'm just like, which one are we talking about? I have to remember, is it the good one or the bad one?
Bloodborne and this zone, a lot of Dark Souls, but specifically this zone, and Orlando originally, draw quite a bit from Angel Egg, which is absolutely available to download. It's out there. You can download it. I suggest you do it and watch it before our next episode, because I'm going to do that actually. Now that I think about it,
want to now too.
I'm going to go and watch Angel Egg.
Maybe I'll plan to do that too.
Trevor, we should watch it and do a podcast.
Okay, let's watch it and do a podcast.
Okay, and then
sounds great.
And we'll do this episode.
This is perfect.
Yeah, what a great time.
This is wonderful. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Yeah. All right, so there we go. That's the next time. Next time on our Dark Souls LP, we're gonna talk about our experience with Angel Egg. We're gonna have a podcast probably either before or after that. We'll figure out the timing on that. But it's gonna be Angel Egg enthusiasm time. We're gonna discuss Anne Orlando. We're gonna discuss big, weird Gothic cities with corners and weird men stalking about them with long pole arms that are on fire, and weird albino Rastafarian ghosts.
If you're not sold by this point, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be great. You're such for a treat because you've been sticking in for the long haul. I don't even remember what episode we're on at this point, but the Dark Souls LPs have been going for a bit, and you have been stuck with us. And thank you for that.
Thank you for being stuck and sticking with us.
Trevor, where can the people find you? What have you been up to? What do you got going on?
So I'm at No Cartridge. The podcast is starting up its gears again. I'm adding the much requested element of sometimes using video, where like I will put in a little stream of the show that'll be on YouTube or Patreon after. I'm going to try that out with the first one, maybe starting tomorrow. I'm going to post something. But the episode we returned with was the conclusion of the Danganronpa 2 Let's Play recap. I play blind, and my friend Sam has played the game a million times and has big opinions on it. It was good. The last case in Danganronpa 2 is fantastic. So I think it's a good one to listen to, unless you are trying not to spoil yourself. And then, all sorts of other things. Just keep an eye out there. That's where we're starting up again. I think I'll probably start writing again next week. It's all churning back into motion. So check me. Just check out No Cartridge. Follow at No Cartridge on Twitter. I briefly locked the Hagelbond account because I am searching for a job, but you can of course request task. Follow me there too.
Yeah. Go follow Trev. Go listen to those podcasts. Go back in the archive. If you have not listened to No Cartridge, there's so much just waiting for you there.
Just listen to the Dia episodes to get a taste.
Like, even if you just want to listen to the Dia episodes, because you know me, like the episodes I have with Trevor. Trevor's the first person I talked to when I got out of the hospital with my weird heart failure diagnosis, and we got to talk
about heart failure on the podcast. We got to talk about heart failure.
We got to talk about how much Jason Schreier is a piece of shit.
Yes.
Like, we talked about all kinds of things. You can go listen to that.
You can listen to episodes with M too. M from Abnormal Mapping.
M and Jackson from Abnormal Mapping.
And from the stream.
Yeah. Like, seriously, go and go check all that out.
Trevor's
got all kinds of episodes for everyone. There's Homicide, watch.
Yeah. Like we watched Homicide. I watched Anime. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
It's a wild ride over there. Lots of variety, lots of good pods. Go check it out. You can find me here. You found me here. You can also subscribe to my Patreon. $1 gets you the Adventure Gamers Clubhouse. You can come into the Adventure Gamers Clubhouse where we play through classic adventure games. We've done EcoQuest. We've done the terrible codename Iceman. We did all of Monkey Island, the original trilogy. The original trilogy. This is funny considering. It's originally the original duology, and then it became a trilogy, and then we don't talk about that fourth game. It's complicated. Monkey Island is complicated despite its best intentions.
Oh yes, absolutely.
At being uncomplicated. This month we're continuing with recently we did Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Which was great up until we got to Atlantis, and then it became a slog. It's fun to watch that one.
And you also get that amazing moment where you realize you almost beat the game when you were a kid.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's really cut short by the fact that I'm just like completely frustrated with problems that I arise by bad puzzle design, or what I consider bad puzzle design. And then there's, this month we're going to be doing Grim Fandango because it's the 25th anniversary of Grim Fandango.
Wow. That's both less time and more time.
25 years ago this month, I was sitting in my room, which had its own entrance because I was in high school, and having your own entrance is the coolest thing in the world when you're in high school, because then you don't care.
Yes.
Your parents can't like fucking bust you for going out and coming back at really stupid hours of the night.
You could do whatever you want. Living in a garage, that was my dream.
Yeah, no, it was great. Had my own entrance, used to go to the 9:30 club all the time, and would come back at 2 o'clock in the morning on a school night. It's great.
Rules.
I was sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna play this Grim Fandango game. I played like 15 minutes of it, and it was just like, I don't get it. And then went back to playing Final Fantasy Tactics. So it's. I
mean, you were spoiled for choice.
Yeah. It was a great time to be gaming then. But yeah, so we're going to go back to that. We're gonna tackle Grim Fandango.
This is exciting news.
Yeah. So tune in for that. $1 gets you Grim Fandango this month. $5 gets you Baldur's Gate and The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Between Rancis Wint is our half orc wizard in Baldur's Gate, and then Vesper Hesperides is the worst man in Cyrodiil. Subscribe to those if you're interested, and then we'll do more. There's also Flower, Sun, and Rain that I do on Sundays with them. Which is an absolutely mind-blowing best all-time game. Listen to my to my podcast with Trevor over on No Cartridge to find out about my thoughts on the Silver Case, the prequel, not the prequel.
Just a wonderful game, and I can't wait to talk with you about FSR.
Yeah, we're gonna Trevor and I are gonna do a podcast and debrief about Flower, Sun, and Rain after Em and I finish that shit. It's going to be great. But yeah, we we jacked into the moon in the most recent episode, and that's not even like a top 3 thing that happens in that episode.
That's not even the cool part.
No, it's not. It's the thing. It's just like we jack into the moon, and it's not even the cool thing that happens. It's not even like one of the top 3 cool things that happen. Amazing game so far. So go check that out, and that's free on YouTube, which you can subscribe to. But yeah, if you like this stuff, let people know. Retweet, share it, tell your friends, and then find me everywhere at Dialacina, because I keep it simple. But yeah, we'll see you next time. And I'll announce whether there's a podcast on all my stuff so that you know where Trevor and I have done that. If we do it before the next episode, or if we do it after, whatever, we'll figure it out. But yeah, why don't I? There's Wave. We gotta wave to the people, because you gotta remember that this has been the best of all possible souls, because all is for the best, and the best of all possible souls. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Okay, now I gotta go tend to my fucking garden.
You died. Again, I know it's the literary garden, but I'm thinking like, did Dia not water?
I have so many
today,
fucking plants.
You got a lot of gardens.
No,
yeah.
I've got this coleus that like is in dire need. It really needs to be replanted, because it just grew and grew and grew. I grew it from seed. It grew and 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 grew. And like now it really needs new soil. But every week it like gets to like Thursday afternoon and is like, I can't use water. I'm thirsty. And I'm like, homie, you were fine until 4 o'clock, and now it's too late to water you. And it's like, I'm thirsty. And it's like, then I water it, and like, then it's fine. And it's like, I was just like, yeah, see, fine, fuck you. But I need it, which means it needs the water, the soil is not holding enough, retaining enough moisture for it. So
that makes sense.
I gotta take care of that.
Well, good luck. You died 4 times. I mean, good luck, because I have no idea how to do that. I'm gonna try and, plant something someday, and it's just probably not gonna work. It's not my skill set.
Get a pothos. You can't. They're really easy.
Pothos. Okay.